Hey everybody, hope you guys are having a great day today. I just came over to the garden and we are going to plant a bunch of garlic. I just went into the basement and selected some of the best looking heads of garlic that I harvested earlier this year, and those are what we're going to be planting today. Last fall I planted a bunch of garlic in my raised beds and it did really well for me, so I'm going to follow the same steps I did last year and hopefully we'll have just as much success. The cloves of garlic we planted last year got massive. You can see some of these are really big. We've eaten a lot of this garlic and there's still a ton left. So I think this year I might do a few less beds than I did last year. Last year I did 4 beds, I believe. So this year I think I'll do a couple less because I still have a ton of garlic left that we need to use up. I'm not 100% sure all of the exact varieties. This variety is elephant garlic. This one was the most prolific and definitely produced the prettiest cloves and heads of garlic. The wrappers around the garlic looked pretty much undamaged, and every single clove grew and produced a beautiful head like this. Now, I also had several other varieties that I planted. This one, I believe, is the music garlic, but I'm not 100% positive on that because when it came time to harvest my garlic, the tags that I had labeled had washed away in the rain and they weren't 100% legible anymore. But I believe this one was the music garlic. So those are the 2 varieties that I'm going to plant. I also have one head of the Ishlam Red that I also have a little mix of some of the other varieties that I'm not 100% sure what was what. So we're going to plant those as well. The other day I ripped out all the spent vegetables that were in these beds and got them emptied out so that they're ready for planting garlic. I left the marigolds and some of the corn stalks, and I also have some rosemary here that I left as well. Let's just start with this bed here, so this one is completely empty, and we'll plant that one first. Before we get to actually planting the garlic, we need to separate out the individual cloves. It's pretty amazing that you basically only have to buy garlic once in your life if you grow it yourself, because you can save your cloves and then replant them the following year, and it will just keep multiplying. 1 clove of garlic will produce the entire head of garlic. There's a couple different types of garlic. There's soft neck and hard neck, and they each require different chill hours. So you just want to look that up for yourself and your zone and figure out what works best for your area. I just want to show you guys these elephant garlic up close because it's not your typical garlic. It's technically not even garlic at all. It's in the allium family. But when you take out one of these cloves, this is 1 clove of elephant garlic. Isn't that crazy? It's huge. Let me just pull a normal one and just show you the comparison. Okay, so this is the music garlic. 1 clove of the elephant garlic basically looks like the same size as an entire head of some of the other varieties. That's insane. So here's a normal size garlic clove compared to the elephant garlic clove. That's just crazy how massive the difference is between the 2. Now, it still tastes like garlic, and you use it the same way you would any other garlic recipe. So let's just go ahead and pull all these apart and see how many cloves we have to plant today. In each of the holes that I'm putting the garlic in, I am going to be using some of this Garden Tone fertilizer and also some Biotone starter. Now, these are both products that I used last year, and I'm not sure if that's the 100% what contributed to the success that I had last year, but if it's not broke, I'm not gonna fix it, and I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing. So I'd say I do about, I don't know, a tablespoon per hole for each of the garlic cloves of the Garden Tone and the Biotone starter. For the garlic planting, I'm going to be spacing them about 4 to 6 inches apart and about 2 inches below the soil surface. So this is the top of the clove. You plant them straight down in This is where the roots will come out of at the bottom. Wherever the pointy is, that will be buried about 2 inches below the surface of the soil. Well, that does it for planting garlic for 2022. I went ahead and did 1 3/4 of a bed of garlic this time around instead of 4, so about half of what I did last year. I will cover this garlic with some mulch here as soon as I can get some. I don't have any at the moment, and I think that'll also help retain some of the moisture and keep them happy all winter long. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all.